Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Welcome everybody, guys. Today we take a look briefly at different currencies. It's just because it's today's session after the Thanksgiving. Yesterday markets were mostly closed. It's very lazy, pricey behavior was. So we have prepared the update on the euro currency, which makes some sense. And today it just made not necessity to update it because it mostly stands in the same. And you could just watch the yesterday's video about the euro currency because overall situation stands the same. On the gold market, absolutely the same thing. Today we not prepared the update for the gold because gold market actually yesterday was closed. But as you remember, we have few setups that stands in place and they're still working. I mean cable, Australian dollar that we discussed previously, and briefly New Zealand dollar because it has a lot of features similar to Australian dollar. But first, in the beginning of the week, in the beginning of the update, let's take a look at the major news that have appeared right after the Thanksgiving day. So if you take a look at the Reuters news today, you could see that investors are worried for some new variant that theoretically could resist to the vaccines. So in this article, this was mentioned here. And as you can see, it's new and possibly vaccine resistance coronavirus variant. So as a result, what we have on the markets, take a look. First, I will show you the DAX. DAX 30 is today open with the gap breaking the major 30% support. It's really significant drop. S&P futures, you also can see, starts dropping rather actively right in the top. So this is not good performance for the markets. And this already shows the echo on the Forex market as well. So on the cable, let's start from the cable first. If you remember, our target was to see the OP right here. And mostly market now already tested it, and it's coming to the support area, which is the 32.75. So in this area now, once OP has been reached, once market will touch the lower border of this consolidation, and once it is coming to the major support, this will be the point where we intend to keep an eye on the possible bullish signs, whether this will appear or not, because with this new fundamental background and the new issue that we see currently, well, reaction might be even stronger. So we will see what will happen. But currently, market is coming to the support. On the very low time frame, I do not see yet any bullish signs because market is still trending lower. Here we also have the ABCD pattern that completes approximately the same area. So we could say that approximately somewhere to 32.65, 33. That's an area where potentially on intraday charts we could get bullish patterns. So that's what we intend to keep an eye on the cable. On the lower term, on the 4 time frame chart, we also have this minor ABCD that's finished approximately the same area. So market just needs to move slightly lower to complete this ABCD. So after our previous setup, this card is triple to sell from the conference. You can see the performance was really nice. And we said that market's coming to the daily OP that probably should be reached, and now this has happened. So that's what about the cable. Now let's go to the Australian dollar. Here you could see the great performance actually according to what we would like to get. So market shows strong thrust down. This is daily chart. On the weekly chart, you could see that it is going with our suggestion. So we said that market probably should show deeper action since we expect to get large reverse head and shoulders pattern on the monthly chart. So you can see here is left shoulder and head. Market now is forming the right arm, and supposedly the palm of the right arm should be somewhere around 66, 67 area. So right here, maybe it's completion of this ABCD pattern. Anyway, currently You can see really straightforward downward action. Market is coming to the previous lows. It's probably intends to challenge. So overall setup here stands mostly according to our previous discussion. On the lower time frame, I do not see currently something really special, so we said that we could keep an eye on this thrusting action. So once market will show some bounce, it is possible to consider taking the short position, but currently you can see thrust is going well, but we do not have any valuable pullback by far. So this setup for the bread and butter is still possible here, so you could keep an eye on. And finally, on the New Zealand dollar, very similar picture to the Australian dollar. As you can see on the weekly chart, we have the same catalyst triple to sell that is on the weekly chart of the Australian dollar right here, but it's a bit different slope. So New Zealand dollar mostly stands in the horizon direction, while the Australian dollar is a bit steep to the downside. So, but anyway, here is mostly the same picture. The same pattern we're watching, I mean the reverse head and shoulders big pattern here as well is forming. As you can see, it's even more clear on the New Zealand dollar than on the Australian dollar, and it also suggests some further downward action. Currently, you can see that interesting agreement around 65 area. So you have this ABCD XOP. So OP has been reached, ABCD retracement, catalyst triple to sell, mostly the same as on the Australian dollar. Market's going lower. Next will be around the target is around XOP 65, and simultaneously you have here this ABC top. OP target stands absolutely in the same area. So very similar picture to, as you can see, to the Australian dollar. That's actually what we have on these three major currencies. So overall setup still stands valid that we discussed previously, and markets just keep going with these scenarios. So on lower time frames, on the hourly chart, we do not have something really special. So this mostly the same thrust here on a daily chart. That also could be used for on the New Zealand dollar. That also could be used for searching and trying to catching bread and butter trade or something of that sort. So, but of course, mostly this situation and its progress will depend on impact on the durability of this news concerning the new virus, because this news was appearing previously rather regularly. So first coronavirus, then it was Delta, now it's 1XB in Europe, some virus. Now we have another one in Asia. So as you know, that mutation of the virus infection is very active, and it might be tens of the different variants. But if market will react on any variant in this manner, so it will be some really big tragedy on the financial markets in this case. So anyway, let's see what will happen. Let's keep watching for the setups that we have currently in place.